If you want to win the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the formula is usually simple. Manufacturers pour millions of dollars into highly specialized, hyper-aggressive prototypes built for absolute peak speed. These machines are completely dictated by a racing rulebook. Every component, from the open cockpit to massive aerodynamic wings, is highly compromised to satisfy regulations and shave fractions of a second. But in the late 1980s, a completely different engineering logic was taking shape in Woking, England. Engineer Gordon Murray had a specific intention. He decided to completely ignore track times, racing regulations, and all industry trends. His target was to build the ultimate uncompromised car for the street, which presents a mathematical paradox. How does a machine engineered exclusively for public roads end up defeating the most heavily engineered track prototypes on Earth? The entire philosophy of the McLaren F1 centered on the driver's experience. To maximize that, Murray's team had to completely reimagine the interior layout. Their solution, a 3-seat configuration, placing the driver dead center, optimizing weight distribution. Sitting right behind the driver is a naturally aspirated 6.1-liter BMW V12 engine. They rejected turbochargers and hybrid systems to preserve mechanical simplicity and give the driver pure, uncorrupted feedback. To keep the car agile, the entire structure was built around a carbon fiber monocoque, a single lightweight shell forming the chassis, which drastically reduced the vehicle's overall weight. And while the engine bay was lined with real gold, it was strictly a thermal management solution to reflect heat away from the carbon body, not as a luxury aesthetic. The exterior remained incredibly sleek, entirely devoid of aggressive racing aerodynamics. By focusing obsessively on these hyper-specific, road-focused details, McLaren inadvertently forged a vehicle with extreme mechanical balance and reliability, the exact traits required for endurance survival. Initially, McLaren refused to take the F1 racing, but intense pressure from private owners eventually forced their hand, leading to a racing variant. Arriving on the grid for the 1995 24 Hours of Le Mans, the F1 GTR was a massive underdog against established teams and specialized machines. But then the weather broke. Heavy, relentless rain poured over the circuit, instantly neutralizing the outright speed advantage of the specialized prototype cars. Built strictly for optimal, dry conditions, those highly strung prototypes began to struggle. They experienced catastrophic instability on the wet tarmac and widespread mechanical failures. In contrast, the McLaren's naturally aspirated V12 provided smooth, highly manageable power delivery, keeping the car planted where others spun out. Furthermore, that central seating position gave drivers superior visibility in the downpour, while the inherent structural balance of the carbon chassis drastically reduced component strain and driver fatigue over the brutal 24-hour cycle. The brutal weather transformed the race. It was no longer a test of outright aerodynamic speed. It was a test of mechanical endurance, a test the F1 was accidentally perfectly designed to pass. When the timer finally hit 0, the McLaren F1 outlasted them all. It secured the absolute overall victory. The result stunned the automotive industry. It validated road car-based engineering at the highest level of motorsport, proving that structural efficiency and balance could rival specialized competition design. This success elevated McLaren far beyond its Formula One roots. It cemented the company as a permanent titan of sports car history, laying the foundation for the sprawling engineering empire they operate today. Yet, the core paradox of the F1's creation remains intact. It's remembered as a legendary machine explicitly because it ignored the pursuit of racing trophies altogether. In an industry obsessed with chasing the competition, Gordon Murray's design proves a rare point. If you focus entirely on building something truly perfect, winning becomes an inevitable byproduct.